Hey gang, welcome to the first in a brand new series of videos on the layout construction of the Midland Falls Railroad. And if you've been following me at all, you might be like, well, why new videos? And the reason why is because I'm starting over from scratch. If you saw my last video, I had moved these two modules into their permanent home in the basement of my forever home, the last house I will ever buy. And I began kind of arranging them in this room. I've got this very large room here. It's very, very messy. I've just been kind of throwing stuff in this room and not doing anything with it for the last few months as I get my other house ready to sell, but it's ready to go now. And so now I'm ready to start thinking about this layout. But as I got the modules in here and I began kind of arranging them and trying to decide, well, how am I going to do this? Am I going to add on to this side, build some more scenery out here? It's kind of cramped with that bridge in the middle there. Am I going to build some staging off of this end here? How am I going to wrap all this around? I got to looking at it, I'm like, if I had to do it again in this space from scratch, I'd do things different. And then I thought, well, heck, let's just do it again. I'm really happy with the results of what I did on this first layout. And if I had to do it again, I would do some things different. And why not? Why don't we just go ahead and do that? Let's try again from scratch. So that's what I'm doing. So this is the space it's going to be in. It's about 14 feet from this wall back here to this wall over here, so about 14 feet wide, and then from that wall to right about here is about 20 feet. So 14 by 20. I do have to place a wall down the center of this room. That's part of the deal I made with my wife when we bought this house. Was I was going to get one half of the room for my toys, and she's going to get the other half of the room for her toys. So, and you know what? It's a pretty good thing. Like limiting the amount of railroad I can actually build. Getting this much space as opposed to all that additional space over there means that I can focus my railroad a little bit more, spending less time and energy on a large layout that may never get done. And it allows me to do all the detail work and everything that I would rather be doing, as opposed to just tons and tons of construction. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a wall in here, or I'm going to put a wall in here anyway, from about that ceiling, what do you call it, joist or whatever, down, and there's going to be a door right about here, about 2.5 feet off of that wall. So I'm going to have to build a swing gate in front of that door for the trains to go, and they'll curve around here. All along this wall, where my nerd collection of Legos is right now, will be an interchange yard, and then it'll curve around in front of this door, and there'll be a lift gate that will be there for continuous running. Doesn't need to be there for normal operations, although it can be for some additional operation opportunities, and then I'll go through the layout on a different video, but it'll curve back around here, and so I will be able to continuously run trains, which is great. I'd like watching trains run, and that was one thing I was kind of missing from this layout previously, was because it was a small shelf switching layout, no opportunity to just run trains, and so I'm glad to have the opportunity back with this layout. I'm really excited about it. One thing I do probably want to do is probably frame in these concrete walls here. Nice walls, but a little hard to what I want to do is I want to have a shelf layout that sort of is suspended off the ground. I don't want legs. I'd rather brackets on the wall to suspend the shelf from. Just keep it a little cleaner below, so I can have workbenches and storage areas and that kind of stuff kind of below. And without legs, it's a little bit easier to do. And it's a little hard to connect these layouts to these walls, to these concrete walls without framing them out. I mean, it can be done, but I'm probably better off just framing it out. Be a little bit of a pain in the butt, but at the end of the day, what I really want to do is prep this room, make it as nice and as comfortable as possible. I'll be spending many, many hours in here over the years, and so I want it to look nice. So yeah, it's already got a drop ceiling. I moved the lights. They were over here. I moved them over this direction a little bit, and those I moved over that direction a little bit more, just to bring more light to that end of the room. They won't be the lights that actually light the layout. I think I'm going to do some LED valences, but yeah. So that's where we are. Yeah, and that's the room, and that's my plans. And here in a video coming up soon, I'll show you the track plan. If you're interested in finding out more about the layout, just go to mfrailroad.com. That's mfrailroad.com, and that's for Medellin Falls Railroad. And yeah, you'll see my blog there, which I keep up to date. I'm going to be working real hard to keep that more up to date than I have in the past. But now that I'm moved out of the other house and that's all refinished and on the market, and now I can take some time for myself, and I'm excited to do that. Alright, gang, thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you in a future video.